on Balboa Park, whether or not they know about XRP. And I'm expecting we're going to be bumping into a lot of tourists today, because that's kind of what Balboa is, it's a tourist trap. So we'll see what's going on. Legendary, exactly. It's another walkabout where we're going to ask random strangers if they've heard about Bitcoin, heard about XRP. And we'll see if we can get some different dynamics, since, hopefully most of the people we'll be asking are going to be travelers, people who actually have to deal with currency, transfers. So we'll find out. Let's see. I'm gonna wait till the top of the hour to start streaming or to start walking around asking people. So let's see. Let's do this. XRP, pump up the volume. It's coming. The volume's already pumping up, right, brother? Any guesses how many invested out of 100? Maybe he'll get 5 this time. Legendary says. I'd be really surprised if we get 5. And it's gonna. I don't know if we'll be able to get through 100 people, even if I spent 2 hours today, because it's not super packed today. I checked it out here on Saturday, and it wasn't wasn't bumping Saturday, so I figured that maybe I'd be able to get about the same amount of people or more today. And it's a little bit busier, but I think we'll probably get maybe like 30 to 40 people at best, if I'm really on top of trying to get people to answer, but we'll see what happens. Young Jizzle, how's it going, brother? GD, just when I was about to go to sleep, you know how I love when you ask ransoms. I don't know if I'm going to be ransoming anybody for XRP, but that's a good way to make some ZERPs, I think. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, you can always check in later if it's late there for you. This is my normal stream time, so it's like I don't want to be keeping you up, but I appreciate you tuning in and staying up late. XRP, the standard, my guess is 3 out of 100 will know what XRP is. I think that's a good guess. That seems to be what our average is, right? Hoping he finds a little group that actually knows. I know, right? It's always like a relief when you meet somebody else, so you don't feel like you're just crazy out here. You know what I mean? Just brought some BitConnect. Radar. That's good, brother. All right, let's see. Showtime. What's up, XRP Carolina cellmate? How you doing, brother? BitConnect is making a comeback. I've heard. When will XRP explode? My guess for when XRP is going to explode is going to be no later than when the banks want it to, but no sooner than we start really just buying hard, because we get some really crazy good news that just confirms for us that everything's going to go the way it seems to be already, and we're all incentivized to then go take out massive loans, right? That's when the price is really going to boom. If it's not from us, it's going to be from retail, right? So we're going to start walking around, start asking some random people. Excuse me. I'm doing a poll on YouTube, just asking everybody 3 quick questions. Could you help me out real quick? Cool. Have you heard of Bitcoin? You've heard of Bitcoin? And you heard of Ripple or XRP? No? Okay, so if you had to guess between Bitcoin or Ripple XRP, it's another cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. If you had to guess between this Bitcoin, one you've heard, one you haven't heard, who would you guess that Bank of America is going to be using for international settlements? It's going to be this one called XRP, because Bitcoin, it's a centralized system. It uses a lot of energy for mining, right? And so it's been deemed that it's just not scalable. It can't grow for mass adoption. And so Ripple has inroads because they're not using mining. They've already got all the coins created, and they're just divvying them out to banks now. And so they're using them in test nets, and they're going to be using that for international settlements in the near future. We don't have a date set because they haven't released anything yet, but I'm just going around doing a poll. Thanks for your answers. How you going? All right, we got one. Doesn't know. Excuse me. How's it going? Doing a poll online. Just asking people 3 questions. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want. But real quick though, do you know about Bitcoin? Bitcoin? Yeah. Okay. Do you know any cryptocurrencies?
Bitcoin?
No. So you haven't heard of Ripple or XRP?
I've heard about it.
You've heard about Ripple? Okay, so we got somebody that's heard about it. All right, so if you had to guess between Bitcoin or Ripple, who do you think banks are actually adopting to use for their international payments?
I'll go Bitcoin just because I know about it.
Yeah, it's going to be Ripple. So we already have MoneyGram. They're already doing money transfers between Mexican peso and Filipino peso right now, and they're ramping up volume. We just surpassed over $1 million in daily volume through it. Yeah, it's really crazy stuff. So it's interesting. It might be something we want to look into since you know Bitcoin, Yeah, how's it going? So he's heard of it. So we'll see what's going on. Hey, what's up, shaved Martian? I know, right? I look so weird with the shaved beard. Hey, this guy's got a good beard though. Real quick.
Sorry?
I said you got a great beard. You know, I can't grow a good one.
Thank
Hey,
you.
real quick, can I ask you 3 questions? It's not sales or anything.
What's it?
I'm doing a poll online. Can I ask you
Okay.
3 questions?
Yeah.
Do you know about Bitcoin?
Yeah, heard about that.
You heard about it?
Yeah.
Have you heard of any other cryptocurrencies?
Not much.
No. So you haven't heard of Ripple XRP then, right? Or maybe?
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have any exact idea about that.
You haven't heard. Okay. So if you had to guess between Bitcoin or XRP or some other crypto, which do you think that the banks are actually going to use for international payments to, use for settling currencies cross border?
Like, I don't think like it's a like it will be accepted by like all banks and all.
It's definitely not available to all banks right now, but MoneyGram, for example, is doing it right. They're already integrating Ripple's XRP into their cross-border for like the Mexican peso, Philippine peso. There's also India. We've already got confirmation that almost all of India's banks are going to be going live on Ripple's XRP product to facilitate all international
I don't
transfers
have
out.
any idea about that.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff though, but yeah, I
thank
just
you.
want to share. Thanks. How you going? There we go. So no clue. But we're out here educating people while asking a poll. Hey, real quick too, I want to ask if you guys have heard of Bitcoin.
No.
No? Neither? All right, have a going. How about you? Oh, they're running away. It's an issue asking people because a lot of people think I'm going to be out here selling because there's canvassers out here. Real quick though, I'm doing a poll online. Just 3 questions. Have you heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yes. Have you heard of Ripple or XRP?
No.
No? Okay, so if you had to guess between the one you have heard and the one you haven't, who do you think banks are going to use for online transfers? For like moving money between like the US dollar and Mexican peso?
Probably Bitcoin.
It's going to be Ripple XRP. They're already MoneyGram, you've heard of them, right?
Yeah.
MoneyGram's already starting up corridors where they're moving money between Mexican peso and the Filipino peso. And once regulations cleared in the US, we're going to be seeing them also move money between the US dollar and Mexico. It's going to make it so that anybody who, if you need to move money between US dollar and peso or any other currency, it's going to be virtually free versus all fees that you get now whenever you cross border. Are you a tourist or?
No, I live here when I'm
Oh, you
from
live here?
out of town.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just asking because we're out here trying to find people who are tourists to find people that actually engage with cross-border payments. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
I'm trying to like spread awareness of this new system that's out there, so that the customers like of Western Union will know that MoneyGram actually has a much cheaper option now through this Ripple product. Yeah. How it going? All right, there we go. We got another one. Love of the Courage, boxing browser. How's it going, brother? Would love for you to ask people at the Oceanside Pier one day. I wonder how many people, or how many of you people, you would have to ask. No clue. Well, we already have one person so far. We got somebody right out the gate that actually heard of Ripple. He just doesn't really know anything about it. He's just heard of it, right? So we know that we've already got a 1 for a knowledge point, right? But so far, I think we got like 4 people now, 5 people that just haven't heard of. The 2 hadn't even heard of Bitcoin, which I kind of find crazy. I think that was just kind of like a disengage, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. Excuse me, real quick, y'all. Are you guys tourists? Are you here visiting America?
Oh, we just visiting. We just find somewhere I can go walk.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
where are you guys from?
We are from China.
From China?
Yeah.
So do you know that China is releasing a Chinese digital currency, that's a CBDC, to replace the physical yuan?
No.
On November 11th, China is releasing their central bank digital currency. And so it's kind of like Bitcoin. You guys have heard of Bitcoin, maybe?
No.
No?
Don't do this.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. You guys have a go on. No, I don't think so. Either that or they just were disengaging because, she doesn't know. I know, right? They don't even know that their own country is changing to a CBDC. And it's less than a month away, It's like what is that? 3 weeks at most right now? That's kind of crazy. That actually kind of blew my mind. I was like thinking that, 4 people from China, one of them would know. They kind of just looked at me like, what? The woman was answering questions. All right. let's see, 1,000 people a day, 365K a year. Go to Mars, or go on Martian, keep it going with good promo. I know, right? Eventually somebody, that one girl I asked, where I was telling her that it's a better option than Western Union, she seemed like really interested. She actually she's like Ripple, like under her breath to keep the name locked down. We already are the 1% there, M Grimes, we already are the 1%. We're gonna walk up here to the Botanical Garden because there's nobody really in this little tunnel that I came down. I figured the people would come down this for the shade, but you know, I guess not. Yeah, be sure to hit that like. Thanks for telling people, Connie. If you're just streaming in, be sure to hit that like. Help us bump the algo, get more people in here while we're just going around asking strangers if they've heard of Bitcoin, XRP, or understand anything about cryptocurrency revolution that we are all a part of. I'm gonna ask this guy coming around this corner real quick. Hey, real quick. No? You two, real quick.
What?
I'm going around doing a poll. I'm on camera, but you don't have to be. Do you guys know about Bitcoin?
No.
No, you've never heard of it?
We just visiting too.
Oh, so you haven't heard of? You don't know anything about any cryptocurrencies? No.
No.
Okay, no worries. You guys have a good one. So, they're a little bit older, so I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. Ladies, real quick. No. That's going to be another issue too, since there's a lot of tourists, a lot of people are going to just walk by me as an English speaker. So it's going to be a bit of an issue. I am at Balboa Park right now, coin pimping. Balboa. Hey, real quick, do you know about Bitcoin? No, you've never heard about it? All right, no worries. Man, that's crazy. It kind of strikes me as like we live in an echo chamber or something that like it seems like you'd think everybody would know of Bitcoin at least, right? But like you find some people that just don't even know about that. How about you, ma'am? Do you know about Bitcoin? Pardon? No? Okay. She's gonna look at her phone. All good. How's it? Hey, do you mind if I ask you 3 questions? Man. I feel like asking tourists is like the absolute worst idea ever. I'm not even getting people wanting to answer. There seems to be a couple that's like getting wedding photographs here right now, though. Hey, how's it going, sir? Hey, I'm doing a poll online asking people 3 quick questions. No interest? All right. Man. All right, we're gonna show off this beautiful couple here. That's lovely. I'm jealous. Let's see what we got here. Since I'm having so much trouble, I guess I'll engage with the comments, you know what I mean? Matt, what's up? How's it going, Matt Richter? How many people so far know XRP? We've had one person who has heard of Ripple. He vaguely heard of Ripple, doesn't know what it is, didn't know XRP. But other than that, everybody else has just known of Bitcoin, if not even known about Bitcoin. It seems like a lot of the people today haven't even known about Bitcoin. And it's hard to get people to even engage. They're all like either talking in a language that I don't know, and they are not engaging in English at all, or you know, they're just like not interested in answering a question. So yeah, let off with a compliment. Lead off with a compliment. Let off. Maybe. I couldn't even get the one girl to look up from her phone. People abuse that nowadays. You know, that's an excuse. Ladies, real quick, I'm doing a poll online. Could you help me out? I just need you to answer 3 quick questions.
Oh, we can't
They're
do
yes
it,
or
but
no's.
Yeah, thank you so much, though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your time. Gotta love it. No, they can't. They're walking speed of smell up to the Botanical Garden. No, they can't. I'm wondering, see, I'd go and creep on the other side of Balboa where there's a little more foot traffic, like a little more consistent, but there's some canvassers over there from Greenpeace, and I don't want to tread on their parade, you know what I mean? Excuse me, ma'am. I'm doing a poll online. I just need you to answer 3 questions. No worries. She's in a hurry. These guys don't look like this couple up here don't look like they're in a hurry though, so we'll ask them. This guy's flying by. He kind of looks like CKJ. Yo, cellmate, I thought you were on duty. Hey, y'all, real quick. I'm doing a poll online, asking people, random people 3 quick questions. Can you help me out?
Sure.
All right. So, have either of you heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Both of you have.
Yes.
Now, have either of you heard? Do you know of anything of other cryptocurrencies? Any other cryptos?
Yes.
What ones are you familiar with?
Ripple.
Ripple. Okay.
Gemini might be one.
Gemini is an exchange. So, do you guys actually have crypto? Is that how you are familiar with Gemini?
I tried, and then it was like, it was too much effort. I gave up.
You're trying to trade.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about Ripple?
My boss is really big into it.
Right.
He bought big into it when it was like 20 cents. I made a lot of money on it.
Yeah, it's down to like 29 right now.
Okay.
So it's corrected a lot from its bubble. But I'm actually going around asking people to find out if they know exactly about Ripple and XRP, because we just had a deal over the summer where MoneyGram's now going live with Ripple with their cryptocurrency. That's awesome that you know about, though. So we're just going around trying to find people that have. So you're actually the first person who actually knows about it too.
Oh.
You should look into it though, because your boss got it at 20 cents, you get it at 29. And it's now scaling up because there's actually utility volume
It's like
coming in.
partnerships with banks too. Right?
Yeah, they've got over 200 banks that they're partnered with. Almost all of India is going onto XRP. Same with Japan. Japan, we have evidence that over 90% of their payments volume will run through RippleNet over the next about 2020, 2021, I think it is. So it's going to be absolutely huge. The returns on it. It's just like, it's a long-term investment. It's a very nascent market. So it's like your boss got in at 20 cents, went up to $3, almost $4, and now it's almost right back to it. But it's something that it's a long-term hold. Anybody that gets into it, you'll profit, insanely within the next 5 years. So hey, thanks for answering the questions. Y'all have a good one. There we go. His boss is big on it. His boss knows. Hey, how's it going, sir? I'm going around asking people if they know about cryptocurrencies. So have you heard of Bitcoin?
No.
No? Neither of you? Where are you guys from?
Korea.
Korea?
Korea.
Okay. So, wow, you guys, South Korea's huge on cryptocurrencies. You don't know any cryptocurrencies at all?
No.
No.
No? All right, no worries. You guys have a good one. That's wild. Because South Korea is pretty big on XRP too, right? Because this is San Diego, and so that's the primary tourists here in California are from, Asia. Let's see. SPO, you got it. We got one. I know, right? We got one that actually knows too. He just doesn't hold. His boss holds. Hold on. I got somebody coming behind me. Man, you're sneaking up behind me. Hey, I'm doing a poll online. Could you answer just 3 quick questions?
Okay.
Yeah, I promise I'm not selling anything. Have you heard of Bitcoin?
What?
Of Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so do you know of any other cryptocurrencies aside from Bitcoin? No? So you haven't heard of Ripple or XRP, right? Okay, so if you had to guess, do you think banks are going to use Bitcoin for, official transactions? No?
No.
What if I told you that I know of one that does? Would you believe me?
Probably.
It's called Ripple. Ripple is a company, and they're developing a cryptocurrency called XRP. MoneyGram, you're familiar with them, right?
No.
No? They're the second largest payment transfer company below Western Union, and they're actually just went live with a few corridors moving money from Mexico to the Philippines using XRP. And what it does is it makes it so that the transfer costs are virtually non-existent. So right now, companies are, Western Union is saving up to 90% on some of these payments in these high-friction areas. So it's saving them a lot of money, and it's causing the price of this asset to appreciate because it's actually got a use case. It's not like Bitcoin, where it's just speculative, So I'm going around asking people to find out if anybody knows about this, and nobody does. Well, it's all good. Thank you for your time. You have a good one. Well, there we go. That lady heard of it, but not into it. I know, right? Cut it. Hey, he's jamming. So we're gonna ask this gentleman. Hey, sir, I'm going around asking people 3 questions. I'm doing a poll online. No thanks? All right. Oh man, there's a whole group of people. They're all kids, they're all students, so I'm just gonna wait for them all to come. They're just gonna walk by. Here, I'll give some of them their time. Here's their 5 seconds of fame. 5 seconds of fame, there we go. Yeah, look at her, she's dancing, got it, get it. There you go. That was fun. Not Western Union, MoneyGram. Yeah, I know, dude. That's what I was saying. I was using Western Union as an example so she'd know what MoneyGram was. But she kind of looked at me kind of like she didn't even know what Western Union was, so I'm wondering if she wasn't even from America. Or like, I guess Western Union's in Europe too. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Don't say poll. They think you're selling vacation packages. Try just asking them flat out, have you heard of Bitcoin or crypto? I tried that before, Crypto Fox, and surprisingly more people disengage when you ask somebody about Bitcoin. There's to me like, nope, you're trying to sell me these Bitcoins, so I don't want anything to even do with you. They just walk by faster. But I get the sentiment, but you know, I'm also stumbling over my words. I shouldn't have drank coffee before I came out. I know better because I used to do sales, and when I was doing that, like, you're not supposed to take caffeine because it gets you amped up. I'm talking like 1,000,000 miles a minute, and so people are just like, they're disengaged, you know. So it's the energy I'm using more than anything. It's the energy. It's I feel off. My feng shui is not shui feng, right? Wonder if she was from this planet Earth. Probably. I think most people here are, you know. I want to find a Martian. You know, eventually I'm gonna find a Martian out here in the wilds, right? And it's gonna be a great time. One of y'all is gonna eventually stream bomb me. I can feel it. Hey y'all, real quick. I'm doing a poll online, just asking 3 questions. Could you help me out?
Sure.
All right, cool. You can do this anonymously, or I can put you on camera. Which would you prefer? Yeah, man. All right. So I'm gonna bring you into the family.
Live.
Welcome. Yeah, I'm live streaming. All right. So here's the quick question. First, have any of you heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
All 3 Bitcoin. You have Bitcoin? You have Bitcoin. And you. All right, so you got a Bitcoin crew here. I think I'm about to get my ass beat because the next question. You guys have heard of Ripple, right? XRP? No?
I've heard maybe actually, but no, continue.
Okay, so Ripple Ripple is a company developing a cryptocurrency called XRP.
Right.
They've been around. They're actually like the 2nd oldest crypto next to Bitcoin. That's still like big. It's actually the 3rd biggest right now. And they're working actively with banks. So it's not like anarchy, like Bitcoin is primarily committed to, you know, the idea that it's legal law revolution down with the banks. Ripple is approaching it the exact opposite way. They're like, no, we're gonna go work with the banks. We're going to drink with them and get their money into our system so that, you know, the coin will appreciate over time. So that's actually wild that all 3 of you have Bitcoin, but haven't even heard of XRP.
Well, it's almost, you can buy XRP on Coinbase, right?
Yeah, you can buy it on Coinbase. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at Bitcoin Cash and like Ethereum.
But there's like 15 different cryptocurrencies.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them.
yeah. Bitcoin Cash though, I think it's like 6, but you know, because it's the Bitcoin name associated, right? Yeah, that's why a lot of people that are in the space don't actually know. So like I'm actually a YouTuber for specifically covering XRP. So yeah, thank you guys for your time. And yeah, absolutely look it up and look into who we partner with. We've already got MoneyGram on board right now, so they're already moving payments. But appreciate it. Thank you.
What's your name?
It's Jared, but I'm on stream here on the March Report. So if you want to throw me a sub and check out my content.
Yeah, let me. How do I like it?
It's on YouTube. All right, guys, I'm getting a fresh sub. We got a Martian joining the community now, and he's a Bitcoiner, so maybe we can convert him here. There's a large community of.
How do you find it?
So on Google it's gonna be the Martian, like alien, like from Mars, report. Oh, MARTIA. There you go.
Is your
Yep.
YouTube? Is your channel?
Yep.
Alright.
Much appreciated, bro. Oh, it's the that guy, right? I got it. Hey, thanks again. You have a good time?
I'm a web developer.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm building a bottle delivery service.
A bio delivery service. Bottle delivery. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
That's what we're doing.
Well,
And I'm gonna bring BitPay.
I think that BitPay, somebody correct me in chat, but BitPay actually just added XRP, I think. I know this is like the largest payment platform for crypto right now, isn't it, BitPay? I'm pretty sure that they just announced they're integrating XRP. I don't know if it's live yet.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely look into it because it's going to be huge. They're working with like over 200 financial institutions, Bank of America, PNC, just tons of different banks. I've been live streaming for almost 6 months now, I think, right? I got people blowing. Yeah. So
They have like
what? Really?
yeah.
That's crazy. Well, no wonder they're like, we don't want to associate with this guy. He might actually be huge. That guy's apparently a huge YouTuber, and yet he doesn't know about XRP. I told you guys I'll get beat up. Talking with the enemy. Fraternizing with the Bitcoiners. You need to change a life for real. For real. Let's see. If 4.3 million people bought 10,000 XRP, the entire circulating supply would be gone. That's only one of every 76 people living. Yeah? But 10,000 XRP is a lot of XRP to buy, buddy. I hope I stay forever young. Come on, medical industry. Make me immortal. It's laggy. It's probably get used to seeing XRP. All I want is zarp, 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 zarps. I'm gonna ask this couple over here. On our way, a little bit away from the music. Hey, y'all. I'm doing a poll online. I just try and get people to answer 3 quick questions. Can you help me out? No worries. Sad face. Yeah, I told you guys, it's gonna be hard out here. And this is the other problem too, right? Like, most of the groups out here, they're massive groups. They're like lemmings, you know what I mean? They're walking around. They don't have time to stop. They're too busy in their little flock. So I definitely couldn't stop those kind of groups. So I'm gonna go over here. This group's taking pictures. So hopefully I can get over there right as they finish up and be like, hey, I just want to ask y'all a real quick question. Let's see. It's all the brain. What are you saying there, young? It's all in the brain. It's like sales. It's all confidence. Yeah, that's true. That's why I was saying, like, the way that I was communicating my energy, I'm going too hard to try and get people to stop, so I'm talking too fast. And so I gotta actively slow it down a little bit here. I gotta think like people actually have the time. Excuse me, sir. I'm doing a poll online, asking people 3 quick questions. Could you help me out? All right, so have you heard of Bitcoin? Yes. Have you heard of any other cryptocurrencies? Namely,
Different branch, yes.
what's that?
Different types, yes.
Yeah, so you've heard of Ripple XRP then? No. Okay, so Ripple, just a little bit of background. Ripple is a company. XRP is a currency that they're developing upon, and they're working with major financial institutions like Bank of America and MoneyGram.
Okay.
Now, I kind of spoiled it. My third question is usually like, if you had to guess between Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrency like XRP, who do you think banks are going to use for international payments?
No idea. I mean, it's about like it's
So most banks are not touching Bitcoin because of the fact that it's centralized in China right now. 80% of its mining is being done there right now. Whereas XRP is a truly decentralized by the banking partners who have come on board. They run their own node. And unlike Bitcoin, you don't gain, there's no incentive to run multiple nodes. Like if you mine, then the more you mine, the more Bitcoins you get, right?
Yeah.
With XRP, it's actually, it's a cost detriment to run the node. And so these banks, they're only running 1, maybe 2 at most. And that's helping create a ever more decentralized network. And that's really attractive to major banks who, want to have a competitive level playing field. And so they're all adopting this XRP platform called RippleNet. Yeah. It's something that I'm assuming you're not too familiar with, but I'm going out just trying to inform people that there's this currency other than Bitcoin that, it's actually catching a lot of institutional adoption. So it's still really early, Most of them haven't, actually bought deep in. They just are running test nets right now. And so I'm running around informing people of this crazy opportunity, this, it's, a lot of people in our community call it a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we're being presented. The market's right now 90% below its all-time high, so it's a low point. Buy low, sell high, as the saying goes. And so taking this opportunity to, while it's low, to inform people, you have time to do research. We have no indicator that's going to go up tomorrow. It might be like a 2-year hold before you really pay off.
Yeah, okay.
But absolutely check it out. Thank you for your time.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
You too?
See what I mean? I approached him slowly speaking, and he is like immediately receptive. I can't be rambling off the mouth too quickly. It's the most out of the hidden coins. I know, right? It's crazy. Like that dude was saying before, they'd heard of Bitcoin Cash. They heard of freaking IOTA. They said IOTA, but they didn't know of XRP. Like, it's just insane. It would be hilarious if you ran into someone that schooled you on XRP. If somebody could school me on XRP, I'd be blown away. Like, it would have to be a Ripple executive at this point, because I've researched XRP almost 10,000 hours at this point. I gotta get out of the sun though, because my camera's heating up here, and it's probably gonna start lagging if I don't move. Yeah, dude, if I could run into somebody that could school me on it, I'd lose it. I'd lose it, bro. Yeah, I mean, I've lived, breathed, ate. If I'm eating lunch, I'm sitting there watching a YouTube video on 2x speed about XRP. And that's another thing too, like some of y'all, if you watch my recent Twitter video with the the former chairman of the CFTC at the Institute of International Finance, their panel they did, that video was on 2x speed, not just because I wanted to fit the whole clip in, but because I kind of forgot to turn it down to 1x, and I watch everything on 2x. So, let's see. When does our XRP Army meeting take place? So apparently we're going to be meeting in Venice Beach on November the 7th, and I should be able to attend. I think I'm going to be able to attend it because my flight to Malaysia is on the 8th, and it's out of LAX, so I'm pretty certain I'll be able to. They can't stop all XRPs. They can't stop it at all. It's going to take over. Excuse me, sir. I'm doing a poll online. No? Oh, he's on his selfie stick too. Okay. He's doing a video or something. We could have done a cross stream, You never cross the streams, never. It's a Ghostbuster joke for anybody out there that's not familiar. Not familiar? Show the ones who are interested the new Ripple commercial. I would, but here's the issue. I'd have to stop the stream to show them the commercial, That's kind of like the downside of me doing this as kind of like a community event. Hey guys, real quick. I'm doing a poll online. Could you help me out? Just answering 3 quick questions. Yeah? All right. So have you heard of Bitcoin?
Yeah,
You've heard of Bitcoin? How about you? Have you heard of Bitcoin? Have you heard of any other cryptocurrency or just Bitcoin?
I've heard of a couple of them, but they don't stick in my mind.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind. So have you heard of Ripple XRP?
No.
No? Okay. So if you had to guess between Bitcoin or any of these that you haven't heard of, who would you assume is that banks are going to use for international payments?
I guess Bitcoin is probably a little more popular, I suppose.
Right. You think that the more popular one would be the one that banks would want to choose, right?
You would think so, yeah.
But in reality, the banks don't want to touch it because it uses proof of work. Have you heard about that? How that works?
It's not real currency.
Yeah. Well, it is real currency. The issue, though, is that it uses this really inefficient method of verifying transactions, where you have to run a computer to verify it, right? And it uses a lot of energy. Like right now, the network's already using 1% of the world's energy. 1% for this thing that nobody really uses, you know what I mean? So this currency that I've been studying for a while called XRP, it's developed by a company called Ripple, and they're working with over 200 banks already, and they're integrating this into their payment corridors. That's going to make payments virtually free to do cross-border.
So they have a whole different process.
Yeah, whole different process, and they operate through a whole different method. They do know your customer, all that, customer verification processes so terrorists and whatnot can't use their network. And so it's like it's the exact opposite of Bitcoin that way. So a lot of big banks are really interested in it. And so I've been going around asking people if they even know about this. You know, I'm not trying to sell you or anything on it. I'm just informing
not
people.
many people that I would say I know about it, but there are other little things. But I think it came up with a big wash because a Bitcoin became so large.
Yeah.
You know, no, I haven't heard the XRP.
XRP, so yeah.
I've heard
Yeah,
about it.
absolutely. If you're interested, do your research on it. It's seriously a golden project in my opinion.
Okay.
You have a great day. Thank you for your time. That was a very kind gentleman, and he seemed pretty interested actually. That's always exciting when people are interested in it when you actually tell them a little bit about it. See, you are a natural, my man. No doubt. Well, yeah, I'm actually probably gonna, yeah, the XRP and evangelist. There we go. It's a tongue twister of a word. Yeah, right? That was cool. That was cool. Ripple commercial powering global payments for all. Got it. I know, right? I love their new catchphrase. Got it. Got it. Got him. Why couldn't you have done that? Why couldn't it have just been the meme? Got him. Kai's over here talking to me in German, and Kann Night Washington. I don't night. I don't know what night is. Oh, it's Dutch. It's Dutch. My bad. They're very similar. That's why I took a year of German, so I was like, it looks German, but my bad. Let's see. Don't stop dreaming, ladies and gents. The space is the limit. Keep the dream going. 10K per ZERP. I think that's possible in a few years, maybe a decade for 10K, you know. But again, if the financial crisis comes sooner, maybe. Excuse me, I'm doing a poll online. Could you help me? I just need to answer 3 questions.
Sure.
Awesome, thank you so much. Have either of you heard of Bitcoin?
Yes,
You're clueless, but you've heard of it.
yes.
Yeah.
You've heard of it too? So have you heard of any other cryptocurrencies? Has anybody told you about any of them?
Probably not the people you want to talk
Oh no,
to.
you actually, it's fine, we're doing a poll. The idea is that I'm showing my community on here. I have 120 people if you're cool with being on camera real quick. So I'm taking a poll of this lovely couple, right? And so the idea is that we're just going around asking people so they can understand that the internet's kind of an echo chamber nowadays, right? We all just kind of go to talk to the people that are interested in our thing. And so a lot of people online that are in this space, they don't understand that nobody actually knows about this crypto we're interested in, which is called XRP. And it's being developed by a company called Ripple. And they're working with over 200 major banks, including Bank of America, PNC, MoneyGram, if you're familiar with MoneyGram. MoneyGram's already using XRP in cross-border payments. And the idea behind this currency is it's going to be a bridge currency. So sort of like the US dollar, it's used for, you know, bridging payments between other currencies. It's the global reserve, that's what it does, right? The idea is that they're trying to replace the dollar as a global reserve with this new one. And it's being accepted by, you know, the European central banks that are talking about it right now. France, the Bank of England, I can't think of the French bank that's involved. But almost all of India is now online on this RippleNet. It's called RippleNet is what they use this system on. Japan also. So it's like major countries are getting on board already, but most of the public doesn't know. And so our community is like, why does the price not go up on all this news? And it's because they're not talking on, you know, on whatever media outlets you guys use.
You're really not on it.
It's fine. I don't watch the mainstream news other than if they mention cryptocurrencies on it for my channel, and I think that's how most people are now, you know. But yeah, right. Did you want to come back and answer a few quick questions? Yeah.
Here.
Hey, thank you for your time. You guys have a good one.
Are you a YouTuber?
Yeah. I'm a cryptocurrency YouTuber. I got 142 people. What's your name?
Elliot.
Elliot?
Elliot.
Elliot.
Yes.
Elliot. Nice to meet you, Elliot. So,
Hello.
Elliot, are you familiar with Bitcoin?
Sorry?
Bitcoin?
I don't know.
You haven't heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from South Korea.
South Korea. Guys, this is proof that our media lies to us because we're told that South Koreans, everybody's obsessed with cryptocurrencies over there.
Yeah. I have heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
You're not familiar with it? Okay. So Bitcoin is like the first cryptocurrency, but since you don't know about that, I'm assuming you also haven't heard of XRP, right?
Yeah.
So that, like I was telling that other couple, XRP is being used by banks around the world now. South Korea is actually one of the countries that's actually most open to RippleNet technology right now.
Yes, sure.
So so Japan is like 90% of their payments are going to be going through RippleNet within the next few years. They just started like rolling everything out in September of this year.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of SBI in Japan?
No.
I don't know if they have branches in South Korea. No. So yeah, the idea is that it's actually a lot of Asian nations, so like Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, mainly in Singapore, Thailand, India, all these countries in that area are integrating into RippleNet, and then a few in Europe as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like Bitcoin, only the institutions version of it. But thank you for your time, brother. You have a good one.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks. Guys, what is up with this? We're told that South Koreans are obsessed with crypto, but this guy's like, yeah, no, never even heard of Bitcoin. What is going on? Do they have a different name for it in South Korea? Is that what's up? Media doesn't show South Korean much then. Strange. I know, right? South Korea has it blocked off from public mind. So who's trading in South Korea? Because that's where like most of the volume was during the 2017 bull run. I figured if anybody would know. What about that? Oh yeah? You know what's funny? Ferdy, you trolling, bro. But why you pumping that in the chat? Why'd you spam that twice even? We both know it's not. We both know it's not, Ferdy. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. This is awesome, man. Pleasure. Keep up the good work. I'm sure this will be documented in a movie someday when it blows. Keep up good work. Yeah, maybe Kimes will like he'll talk about this, and he'll have me come on to talk about the fact that I'm out here like sharing the good word, the good news with the general public, right? This guy's an entrepreneur though. I can tell. How you doing, brother? Hey, do you mind answering a poll while you're just waiting? Have you heard? You know Bitcoin?
What?
You know Bitcoin? No, never heard of Bitcoin. All right, no worries then. You have a good one. Yeah, he hasn't even heard of Bitcoin. Ah well. Who made Ferdy a moderator? Yeah, what was I thinking making Ferdy a mod? Sing it to him, Jade. I'm faster. I'm more secure than you'll ever be. No doubt, guys. But man, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think I don't even know how many people we're up to now. I haven't really been keeping count. I think we're at least in the 30s. And we've got somebody whose boss has had XRP. So he knew of it that way. We had one guy who seemed to have heard of Ripple, but never XRP. Excuse me, ladies. I'm doing an online poll. I'm asking people 3 quick questions. So, have you heard of Bitcoin? Bitcoin? Have you heard of Bitcoin, man?
Bighorn?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, some, but I'm not familiar with it.
All right.
I mean, I've heard the word.
You've heard the word. Okay. Have you heard of any other cryptocurrencies? No? So I'm out here talking about a cryptocurrency called XRP, and so I'm trying to inform people whether they've heard of the fact that MoneyGram is now using cryptocurrencies for selling international payments. Have you heard of that?
No.
No? So the MoneyGram is using XRP to settle international payments between Mexico and the Philippines right now. And they're moving it onto a more global platform. We don't know how long it's going to take because of regulations, mainly in America. And so I'm just going around getting a sense of how many people actually are even familiar with the project. And so obviously you're in the majority, so don't worry.
Okay.
It's like, I think I've asked about 30 to 40 people, and only 2 people have even heard of Ripple and XRP. So it's very underground, yet almost all, like not all, but over 200 major financial institutions are, adopting this technology right now. And the general public doesn't know that this is something that they can buy today at 30 cents. And when they actually start using this for, globally, it'll have to be over, near $100 price for this asset to be liquid enough to facilitate international payments. So it's like it's an investment opportunity that nobody's aware of, and that's why I'm just going around trying to find out who's even aware of it. It's called Ripple. The company is called Ripple, and they're developing a cryptocurrency that's called XRP. And X stands for international, and in banking terms, when you have a currency, it's like the you've heard of the IMF's SDR maybe? Okay, so the IMF, you know them, right? Okay, so it's the IMF is like the top of all financial institutions in the world. They oversee regulations globally, and they were founded in 1977 at Bretton Woods, and is essentially created out of a necessity to never have a world war start again. So, and that's really why they made the IMF, the UN, and Bank of International Settlements. And so the Bank of International Settlements and IMF oversee this currency. It's called the SDR. And if we ever enter into a global crisis with money again, it's kind of like, you might be hearing on the news right now with like the dollar, right? We're in this liquidity crunch, if it might be a term you've heard on the news. And so if they have a few options, they can either go to the SDR, which was their plan from '77, or now XRP, Ripple, is working with the IMF to get XRP implemented to be replacing the SDR as a more modern version of it. And so it's going to, if the economy crashes, most likely they will resort to this cryptocurrency to put a lot of the globe's value into, so that they can maintain liquidity without a run on the banks, so to speak, right? So it's something to definitely look into, especially if you are trying to stay diversified and protected against any kind of financial crisis. It's not something to put everything into, obviously, but it's something to diversify, to be safe into. So, and do your research definitely, because I'm just some YouTuber who talks about it. Exactly. So it's definitely something to do your own research into before you even think about entering into it. But I'm just sharing the knowledge with everybody, and seeing who knows about it. So,
All right.
thank you so much for your time, though.
Okay.
You guys have a good one.
What's your YouTube?
It's called The Martian, like from Mars, the aliens. The Martian Report. Thank you. Have a good one. 143 of y'all in the chat, but I only got 55 likes. What am I doing wrong out here? Is it because I'm not finding anybody that knows about XRP? Come on, guys, hit that like for me. Hit that like. Let's see. Wow, this is Halloween Martian is scaring the ladies. I scare all of them, bro. I scare all of them. As soon as I start talking cryptocurrency, they are terrified. They're like, Bitcoin? How dare you talk about Bitcoin in front of me? This thing is a new scary thing, and that's scary. This is awesome. Martian, you should give any interested individual a card with a URL. So James, I'm thinking that you're right. I probably should get cards so that anybody that's interested, I give them like even just a card for my channel. The issue is I gotta go and make those cards, and it's a lot of effort. You know what I mean? A lot of effort. But you're right, I should. And me saying that it's a lot of effort is me saying that I'm being lazy. You know what I mean? But living in a naive world, wow. Oh, really? It's just that most people, because of the way social media is orchestrated now, we live in echo chambers. We're no different. Most of the people in our ecosystem don't know anything that's going on in any aspect of the world outside of the financial institutions, because that's really what we're all obsessed with. I mean, most of us have a Twitter account specifically only for cryptocurrency, because we don't want people to know our real identity, but also because, we don't want this, we want to be able to focus in on just news related to this, because we want the newest thing, what's going on right now, So it's everybody's that way with whatever their interest is, People behind you shocked. It's all good. A school campus might have restricted the handouts on their grounds. Really, it's like, as long as I'm not, harassing people, that's why I don't push somebody. If they say no, I'm like, okay, no worries. That's why I'm really like just kind of like cool with them. But yeah, as long as you're not harassing people, it's like the mall was weird. The mall, the first place we did, that was a little bit weird that we got harassed there. But I think that was because somebody tried to tell the mall security that I was trying to sell people something, but also those mall cops are kind of a-holes. They're notoriously like just a-holes at Fashion Valley. Like they'd harass me even when I was doing when I worked for the San Diego Humane Society, I'd get harassed even though we were approved to work there. So it's just a bad place. Robo Blart. Yeah, right. The Paul Blart. Oh man. But yeah, guys, we're 50 minutes in, so I'll chat with y'all on the way back to the car. Excuse me, sir. I'm doing a poll online. You good? All right. Yeah, we'll try and catch a few people on the way back to my vehicle. It's about a 10-minute walk back there from where I'm at. I'm gonna ask the ladies out here with the Greenpeace if they know. See, they wanted to get me to donate to them, so I'm gonna trick her. So, I know you're with Greenpeace and I know you're working, but
Hi. Yeah,
you want a little break real quick from the pitching? I'll give you, it's only gonna be 30 seconds just to give you a little bit of break while
I mean, I really gotta get everybody I can out here.
have you gotten any today?
No, and that's why I need to keep it going.
And it's the beginning of the week though, so you know, you gotta get somebody, but I feel it. So I'm asking people though if they've heard of Bitcoin.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Have you heard of any other cryptocurrencies?
No.
No? So you've never heard of Ripple or XRP?
No.
No? Okay, so I'm out here just talking to people, trying to find out anybody that knows about Ripple or XRP. I got a live stream, there's like 130 people if you want. Pop in there, wave.
Follow Greenpeace San Diego. No.
Absolutely. Yeah, anybody that's out here, you should absolutely donate to Greenpeace because I'm probably going to be going and signing up to be one of y'all's canvassers again. I was with you guys actually last year.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are you guys short on help right now?
We are always hiring, yes.
Awesome. So I'm actually planning to swing by this week to start up
I
just
can
because.
grab your phone number and email and put you in contact with our boss
Yeah,
right
actually,
away.
I'll be back once I'm done the stream. I don't want them knowing my phone number, right?
Yeah.
Nothing against you guys. I love y'all, but I know some of y'all try and steal my XRP. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just going around informing people about this digital asset because they're working with like over 200 banks. But
Wow.
thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course. Come back though.
Yeah, I will.
I'm Lexi.
All right, nice to meet you, Lexi.
Yeah, nice
I'm Jared.
Jerry.
All right. I think I've said my. She's a Martian. She's no. She's a Greenpeacer. She's out here canvassing, bro. She's trying to sell. That's what she's down for. She's down to sell me a Greenpeace membership. But I think that she wants to get my contact information because if you are a Greenpeace canvasser and you bring somebody on board yourself, you actually get like, I think it's like 50 bones. So it's actually a nice little bonus if you sign a new canvasser as a canvasser. That's what that was about. I also think that it might not be Greenpeace, it might have been one of the other organizations, but some of them, the way that they work is if you actually recruit a certain number of people, they automatically promote you to a I can't think of the term. It's like an advisor or like an overseer of a canvassing group, and it pays a little bit better. It pays a lot better actually. But yeah, let's get in there. Grow the beard back. You look more manly. I know, right, Jay? I need it back. I didn't even mean to shave entirely, but like I was just trying to get kind of more of a rugged look, not the Grizzly Adams look going on. But when I was shaving, I got a little too close on my cheek, and so I was like, well, I'm either gonna look like Patch Adams or I'm just gonna go clean shaven for a few weeks, let it grow back in. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I definitely agree. I look really goofy with a shaved face and this long hair, you know? It's kind of upsetting. But yeah, that was a fun walk around. I think we got at least 35 people. And we got one person who really knew about XRP. We met some Bitcoiners, 3 people who hold Bitcoin, and none of them had even heard of XRP. They hadn't even heard of it. And they hold Bitcoin. The 2 of them were apparently YouTubers with like 1 million followers. But I mean, the girl was pretty cute, so that's why. I'm expecting that once I'm able to convince my girlfriend to come on camera, my sub count's gonna go up like 1 million because, you know, no offense XRP community, but there's a lot of people in the XRP community who are like MGTOW, you know? So like anytime there's a girl on camera, they just like, it's sad but true. I just understand the psychology of YouTube. Unfortunately. I'm gonna have her be sitting there talking about XRP. She knows nothing about it. My girlfriend knows nothing about XRP, but I'm gonna have her talk about it. And then, because she has a very thick Malaysian accent, I'll translate the things for you. And then, you know, I'll also make sure that she's actually saying things appropriately, and we'll have fun. It'll be a blast. Maybe the channel can actually become, you know, a success story versus me only having like, you know, 900 views or something on a video. But you know, I keep taking my glasses on and off because I keep trying to read the chat, but it's so bright that I'm like, eh. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get 100 people. It's just like really not populated, and the groups out here, they're tourist groups too. So it's like the people who are out today, they're like really like just 30 to 40 people, all like lemmings walking to a location. But we got a pretty healthy sample for an hour. And that's another thing too. I don't want to make the streams more than an hour, you know. So if you appreciated it, if you like this, go ahead and hit the like. I'm next week, actually next weekend. So we're not gonna do our next poll on Monday. We're gonna do it on Saturday, and I'm going to go to Pacific Beach. So if any Martians are in the San Diego area, you can come out to Pacific Beach next Saturday at 2 p.m. obviously, because that's what time I do my streams. And yeah, we'll chat and we'll all walk around together and we'll ask people and we'll use like peer pressure, you know? We'll be like, you haven't heard of this? What? That would be a blast. If I get like 5 Martians out here and we're all like talking to people, then I could just like do the poll, ask people, and then you guys can just like talk to them, show them a few videos on your phones, and we'll walk around. We'll make it like a posse. That'd be great. But we'll see what happens. Next Saturday, 2 p.m. though, in Pacific Beach. And that's gonna be our Beach Babes video. That's gonna be the one where my picture is going to be the most clickbait picture of all time. So if you're a regular viewer, just expect that I'm gonna have like some supermodels that I'm probably not gonna be running into on the beach. Maybe I can get, I wouldn't actually use a picture of anybody from public as the picture anyways, because that would, I could get in trouble for that. But yeah, be sure to hit that like, guys, if you enjoyed the video. And I'm gonna chat with you all once I get back to the vehicle for at least 5-10 minutes if anybody's got some questions. Also, we got some interesting news I want to talk about. Get y'all's opinion. So while I'm walking back here, since I'm almost back, what do you guys think about that tweet I put out last night with the head of the CFT, or the former chairman of the CFTC? Is it just me, or is he on Ripple's payroll? Is he already holding fat bags of ZERPs? Like, it's interesting. It's crazy. Yeah, we won't be able to get 100 people in every one of these. I think this might have been like the poorest day as far as how many people I got total. Because when I was on the college campus, I think we got at least 50, maybe more. I think we got probably almost 60 at the college campus. I haven't watched the tweet yet, but going to. Yeah, it's really interesting actually. It's on 2 times speed, so you might have to slow it down. But Long Beach, buddy, do it. Long Beach is a minute for me. Long Beach is Long Beach is like LA. I'm in San Diego, so that'd be a little bit of a hike. Maybe let me tilt this up here. Maybe in my last stream. Well, so we're going to do a XRP meetup in Venice Beach by the sounds of it on December the 7th. And I don't know if we got a time set. I'll have to look at the tweet, look at the one that was going around retweeting. And I'm gonna pin that tweet too, since I don't think anybody else pinned it. And I think Crypto Mike might have been talking about it though. But yeah, if you're in the San Diego area, come out to Pacific Beach this coming Saturday. So what is that? What's today? 21st. So the 28th. Or wait, no, the 27th. 21st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 26th. There you go. My bad. So yeah, October 26th, Pacific Beach. We're gonna go around asking the public if they have heard of XRP. And then we can all like we can like mob people. We'll be like, yo, you haven't heard of this? You don't understand what's going on. But you have to tell me if you're going to go to the Pacific Beach, then you have to make sure that when I go, you're not gonna like mess with the numbers, you know what I mean? So that we're not like including you as one of the XRP Martians into our polling number, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not trying to get laid there, XRP J-Ray. I got a girlfriend in Malaysia who I'm gonna be seeing next month. Well, not next month, in December. I don't think she'd be too happy with me going around getting my dick wet. You know what I mean? XRP, pump up the volume. Go outside of Ripple HQ and ask people there. So, Ripple HQ is about an 8.5, almost 9 hour drive away from me. So, I was gonna go to, what is it called? San Francisco, blockchain festival, whatever the hell, blockchain conference, whatever they're calling it there. But it's $500 ticket to get in, and yeah, I don't got that kind of cash, unfortunately. For future reference, maybe. Yeah, hopefully I don't need that future reference, know what I mean? But I got you. XRP Scotland, nice poll, love the outdoor approach. You do different from others in the community. Yeah, I mean, I gotta find my niche, you know what I mean? And nobody else in the community. Crypto Mike's gone out a few times, but I feel like you know, just keeping the content different for y'all so that, you know, there's some kind of difference in what we're getting. Because most of what we get, it's just news. It's just news that our tiny little echo chamber is getting a hold of that we don't, you know, it's not causing the price to go because we're all already in XRP. So it doesn't matter how bullish the information is for us. You know, if anything, the more bullish the information, it just seems to make people more pessimistic because they're like, yeah, but the price isn't moving. And it's like, yeah, because, you know, you guys are all going out, or you guys who are buying are still buying, you know, nobody knew buying, nobody knew listening to it. Ferdy says Kung Fu Nerd has done it before. Has he? I don't think I ever saw that video from Kung Fu Nerd. Oh, I did. Actually, I think I did. He did that last year, right? I think he did a video last year. $500 equals 1,724 XRP right now. Is that? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's a healthy chunk. That's a healthy chunk of ZERPs for only 500 bones, right? Especially if it goes up to $1,000 in like the next 5 years. Yes, he did. Was with the girl in the park. Cool. Cool. Anything to get in contact with you? Alpha One, if you want to get in contact with me, hit me up on Twitter in the description below. Or if you already follow me on Twitter, just drop a DM. And yeah, appreciate Richie Rich. Glad you appreciated the poll. Carolina and Notorious, both in the chat. It's a superstar chat tonight. Thank you guys all for tuning in. And yeah, I'm going to be back to the news tomorrow. We got a lot of news to go over from this weekend that I want to like kind of collaborate all of it. I also have an insider in the Bank of India, or whose relative is in the Bank of India, a apparently high-level executive, because he's aware of some high-level mergers that are going to be taking place. So right now, me and him are working to determine if these mergers have anything to do with RippleNet. And that might be really interesting because it might be an indicator of what we're getting ready to see globally, you know? But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. So be sure to hopefully tomorrow. I have to wait for him to give me confirmation that it is the institutions who are working with Ripple that are working on this, you know, merger, this acquisition and merger of all the banks in India. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. Really, really interesting stuff. You should borrow a hot girl for your next poll. Make it things easier. Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't wait till I can have my girlfriend on the channel with me if she's willing to be. And, you know, I know that that's going to cause views to go through the moon. You know, it's just going to be great. It's going to be great because nobody wants to look at my ugly mug. But her? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I could look at her all day. But I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Thank you all so much for your likes. If you haven't already hit the like, be sure to. If you want to go and see some people's responses, go ahead and roll back in the footage. You know, see me make a fool of myself a little bit. But hope you all have a fantastic day. As always, I'll see you in the next video on Mars. I gotta do the personal plug. I'm so bad about this. I'm so bad about doing my personal plug. It's probably why I'm not making money at all. But if any of you in the XRP community appreciate my content and you aren't already, go to my Patreon link in the comments below and just donate anything. $5. I think it's $5 minimum, but any donation helps. And the more I get in that, the more freedom it gives me to go and do like more like content that I'm not really just trying to go for clicks, just like informative, like stuff like this, right? And so if you appreciate this kind of content especially, be sure to go to my Patreon, donate whatever you can. I really appreciate any concurrent donors because that's going to help me grow my platform to be able to also produce higher quality content, because right now I kind of need a new laptop. My screen's broken. I'll show you guys so you don't think I'm just lying to you, right? This is why I haven't done content lately, right? Because that's my laptop, and so it's a pain to operate with unless I have something to rest it against, and so I kind of need to replace that. And yeah, so I got like a lot of costs that are coming up, so every little bit does help, and everything that anybody's donating to me, it's going to go literally to me surviving and going towards the channel. Anything that I get from the YouTube, the monetary on that's what I'd be putting into XRP. But did you sit on it? I don't know what that was referenced on. Oh, Crypto Man, your girlfriend and you sleep in your car, Crypto Man? Yes, I do, bro. Because she understands that entrepreneurial grind that I'm on. Wow, forgot the big time difference at 30. Have a good time. But yeah, guys, if you want to support the channel, be sure hit up my Patreon. And also, from surviving to thriving soon, Birdie B, we can only hope with the pump is coming, right? But yeah, I just had to get that plug out, and thank you again, everybody, for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one on Mars. Yeah, the laptop's gonna be the first thing. No, I didn't sit on the laptop. That's what you're asking about. No, I didn't sit on the laptop. Crypto Mike, also shout out to you, brother. Don't want you to think I was ignoring you. There's the joint that you use for lifting it that like keeps it so it's like snug when you lift it, so it sits up. Well, after lifting it and closing it so many times over the last year, one of those joints tightened, and so it broke the plastic seal around it after one or two times. What's the smell like in that car? I have some air fresheners, like heavy duty air fresheners in all my vents. Keeps it from getting too musty. And I also keep, like, whenever I'm drying my towel in the car, I keep the windows cracked, so it it smells pretty decent here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty proud of how well kept I keep this joint, considering I live in it. But yeah, I think I can mail you some joints. Yeah, that's actually probably what I'm gonna end up doing. XRP up the volume. If I can't replace it, I'm just gonna take it and like put like door joints on it and see if I can't bind them into it. Just like maybe use super glue or something. I'll figure out some way to rig it if I can't replace it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. For the fifth and final time, I'll see you all in the next one on Mars.